Shalom Makim. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles of the Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the elect of Israel, who today are known as the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. In this lesson, I want to go ahead and go over the parable that Yahweh Shai gave, known as the growing seed. This is recorded in Mark 4 and 26. I'm going to start off at 24, but the points in 26 through 29. This is Mark 4 and 24. And he said unto them, Take heed what ye hear, and what measure ye mete, it shall be measured to you, and unto you that hear shall more be given. For he that hath, to him shall be given, and he that hath not, from him shall be taken even that which he hath. And he said, So is the kingdom of God, as if a man should cast seed into the ground, and should sleep and rise night and day, and the seed should spring and grow up. He knoweth not how, for the earth bringeth forth fruit to herself, of herself. First the blade, then the ear, after that the full corn in the ear. But when the fruit is brought forth, immediately he putteth in the sickle, because the harvest is come. Now, there's another parable that the angel Uriel gave to Ezra, referring almost how, basically the same thing, about how the culturing of the people of Israel, or the chosen people, the chosen seed, it takes time, which is why this couldn't have been done at the very beginning. Time had to go by, and we had to be cultured to so that way there's 144,000 plus the 1/3 that of Israel, which is one out of every three Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are going to be chosen not to pass away in the end of the world that's close to come. Now, Uriel, the archangel, gives this similitude to Ezra's, and let me read it. This is recorded in 2nd Ezra 5 and 44. Actually, let me get to 43, so that way you can see what Ezra's asked them. So I answered and said, Couldst thou not make those that have been made, and be now, and that are for to come at once, that thou mightest show thy judgment sooner? Then answered he and said, The creature may not haste above the Maker, neither may the world hold them at once that shall be created therein. And he said, As thou hast said unto thy servant, thou which givest life to all hast given life at once to the creature that thou hast created, and the creature bare it. Even so it might now also bear them that now be present at once. And he said unto me, Ask the womb of a woman, and say unto her, If thou bearest forth children, why dost thou it not together, but one after another? Pray her therefore to bring forth 10 children at once. And I said, She cannot, but must do it by distance of time. Then said he unto me, Even so have I given the womb of the earth to those that be sown in it in their time. For like as a young child may be brung forth the things that belong to the aged, even so have I disposed the world which I created. So that right there explains how we had to go through this whole time that we know as history, right? From the beginning of Adam to now, right? It tells you how, and these both parables talk about how God couldn't make all his people the way he wanted them, in the manner that he did at once, but he had to wait for us to be created from the very beginning all the way through history until now, you know, and then eventually, the end of the world and the resetting of this world. Now, and now is the time of the harvest, or we're soon upon it. As the apostles have said, the elect have more than likely already been sealed, which means the prophets, or the 144,000 who are meant to be preaching, they've already been sealed. Now that doesn't mean that they're out at the camps, but that does mean that they've already heard this word, and now they're basically in I guess you could say training, right? There's still going to be people that come out to the camps and will be learning and be on the other side of the line, and will eventually come in. The cutoff point for the elect and the prophets will be when the flood of people start coming to these camps, right? The multitudes, the tens, the hundreds, the thousands of people that will be showing up at the camps, just listening, trying to listen to the word, trying to get right, because they're going to see what this devil that rules this kingdom, who is today known as the Caucasians, but in the Bible they're known as the Edomites. When they start shutting down the society, taking the internet down, making it an empty vessel of what it used to be, where people can no longer find truth in it, right? When they see that their words of dissent are being quailed, they're going to start looking for truth elsewhere. And what's going to happen is that after all their searching, they're going to realize that there's only one place where there's real truth, and that's going to be by the prophets who are actually out on the streets, not behind their keyboards, but the ones who are actually doing the work and out on the streets, being there for the people. Now, this is why we're telling everybody who has received this word and who understands it and who can teach it, or even if you don't think you could teach it, but if you understand this, trust me, you could teach it. I didn't think I could teach this, but over time and being waned off of the scriptures and seeing my elders, my teachers do it, I now am able to teach. But yeah, like I was saying, all you out there who are listening to these words, if you want to be saved, you need to come out to the camps and you need to start accepting your lot. This world is gone. It's only a matter of time for it to fulfill, like it tells you in these scriptures, right? The harvest and the growing of the seeds are done. Israel has already reached that amount of the 12,000 from each tribe, plus the 1/3 of all Israel. Like the Lord already has the numbers, so He's going to come back and He's going to harvest those which He seek to grow from the beginning. So now what's left is for everything just to play out, right? For the actual harvest to happen. Now what is the harvest that's going to happen? What's that going to entail? It's told here in the parable of the wheat and tares. Let me read it for you real quick, and then I'll break it down. This is Matthew 13:24. And another parable put forth he unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man who sowed good seed in his field. But whilst men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up, and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in the field? From whence then hast it tares? He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servants said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? And he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat of them. Let both grow together until the harvest, and in the time of harvest I will say to the reapers, Gather ye together the first first the tares and bind them in bundles and burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. And another parable, he and actually let me skip this one and let me go to where Yahushua explains this. So I'm going to let him break it down, and then I'm going to go ahead and update it for the current times and make it easier for you people. And he says, and then Yahushua sent the multitude away and went into the house, and his disciples came unto him, saying, Declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. And he answered and said unto them, He that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. That's Yahushua, right? The Lord. The field is the world, and the good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked ones. Let's see. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. And the devil today, we know it's not that red guy with pointy red horns. This is basically, it's the Caucasians, right? The deceivers of this world. The people who are doing the work of Satan. We know them today as Lucifer, or the Freemasons, or the elites. And he says, the harvest is the end of the world. And that's where we're at. We're here at the end. We're at the end of this aeon. Everything, we've come to the point where all these different philosophies, we've gotten to this point known as a singularity. We know it as the end of the world, or the coming of the Messiah. And other people know it as the Kali Yuga. Other people call it the singularity, like I just mentioned. I can't think of any of the other ones, but there's many. There's tons of different philosophies that talk about this end of this age, and that's where we're at. And the reapers are the angels. Now, the angels are simply just the messengers of God. So when you're seeing these prophets out here on the streets, basically trying to gather up these Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to tell them that they're Israelites, these are the angels, right? Of course, they have angels surrounded around them that are giving them inspiration and power to do so. But this is the mechanism which the Lord is using to gather up the good seed, right? And let me continue. And therefore, the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, which is going to be the nuclear missile that come and destroy this world, in Babylon, namely. And so shall it be in the end of the world. The Son of Man shall send forth angels, messengers of God, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all the things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. So like it tells you there, right? This is the time, and this is why you see these prophets out on the streets around the world preaching this message. They're everywhere, right? We're here in Los Angeles. This started off on the East Coast, New York, Chicago. It's in Baltimore, Texas, Africa, England, Norway, Mexico. This is happening, people. It's time to get right now. And if you can, you need to come out to a camp. And if there's no camps by you, you need to make a stick with the 12 tribes of Israel on it. You need to go out to a highway and start preaching the message, namely the message of the Bible through the doctrine and breakdown of Great Millstone. You need to contact a camp head of the nearest state next to you, so that way they can lead you in this. So that's this breakdown. So hopefully you all were edified by this. Till the next time, Shalom.